Are you looking for 12 beautiful Lithuanian cities you should definitely visit? Lithuania is a rustic of intrigue and wonder epitomized through those lovely Lithuanian towns, perfect for a European town spoiled with a difference. From staggeringly lovely structure to captivating, bustling squares, the towns of Lithuania provide something for everyone. Lithuania could be very a lot Northern Europe's underrated gem, presenting romance, excitement, and records through the bucket load. Prepare to get stimulated for a European ride like no different, as a local Lithuanian courses us via 12 of the US of his maximum loved towns to go to. Here is the list of 12 beautiful Lithuanian cities you should definitely visit. 1. Vilnius. Vilnius is the capital of Lithuania, positioned inside the eastern part of the Usava. Vilnius is a multicultural town, open to distinctive religions and nationalities of all ages. This lovely vicinity is well known for its church buildings, and there are extra than 30 church buildings throughout the town. The capital of Lithuania is surrounded through forests and parks. It is one of the greenest capitals in Europe. The image of the city is Gediminas Castle, that's constructed on one of the hills with inside the town middle. Neris River splits the capital into sides, the antique city, and the thrilling modernized area of Vilnius. The antique city of Vilnius has many squares and backyards, wherein you may locate all sorts of sculptures of well-known Lithuanians. It is likewise rife with bars and cafes, wherein site visitors can flavor numerous country-wide dishes, which include the Lithuanian lazy cake, cookies. Vilnius fuses each conventional and present-day Lithuania beautifully, and it's miles really well worth journeying any time of the year. 2. Kaunas. Kaunas is the second biggest town in Lithuania. This charming town is understood for its modernist structure because it changed into constructed with inside the first half of the 20th century. The town's antique city place, wherein Gothic homes which include Vaidotas Church and House of Perkūnas stand proudly, is a must-go-to vicinity. Another of Kaunas' maximum remarkable homes is the Christ's Resurrection Basilica. It is positioned on pinnacle of the Žaliakalnis district and has an open rooftop from which a splendid landscape of the town may be enjoyed. Kaunas is surrounded through inexperienced hills, on hand through a completely unique kind of delivery, funiculars. This cable car-like delivery machine is one of the oldest in Europe, and its miles an extraordinary manner to look the town from afar. Along with wealthy tradition and colorful nightlife, Kaunas is called the town of Lithuanian basketball. Žalgiris is Lithuania's maximum a hit basketball crew who play with inside the EuroLeague. The Žalgiris Arena is one of the maximum visited sports activities venues in Europe, famed for its wondrous halftime and pre-fit indicates earlier than games. 3. Klaipeda. The third biggest town in Lithuania is likewise called the gate to the Baltic Sea because of its bustling harbor. Because of its geography, this city has many points of interest associated with the ocean. Prepare for boat journeys alongside the Dane River and sunbathing on a few really lovely seashores. Klaipeda's antique city area is a comfy place, described through its quaint, timber-framed structure and pastel-colored homes. A ferry trip throughout the town is a must-do activity. Golden seashores and luscious forests await, alongside the distinctly acclaimed Lithuanian Sea Museum. There, you may see dolphins on the Dolphinarium. Every year in July, the town hosts the Klaipeda Sea Festival, mechanically visited through over 1 million humans. During this festival, humans experience nearby craft markets, exhibitions, and stay concerts. 4. Šiauliai. Šiauliai is a sweeping Lithuanian town famed for biking and wealthy, scrumptious chocolate. The town was domestic to a motorcycle manufacturing facility that exported bicycles everywhere in the world. Today, the Šiauliai Motorcycle Museum can come up with a completely unique perception into the town's records with biking. Šiauliai is likewise the house of Ruda, whose chocolate manufacturing facility opened in 1913 and keeps generating chocolate to this day. Ruda is a loved chocolate logo that may be determined in shops at some stage in Lithuania. You can go to the manufacturing facility, see how chocolate is made, and strive some candy treats alongside the manor. On the outskirts of Šiauliai lies the Hill of Crosses, a famous visitor enchantment that tens of thousands and thousands of Lithuanians have a deep and emotional connection to. The hill have become good-sized as Lithuanians over time delivered crosses to the place for the duration of the combat for independence. In 1990, Lithuania in the end declared its independence. 5. Panevežys. Panevežys is a business city with inside the northern part of Lithuania. Many factories, generating textile, sugar, beer, glass, and different products, used to make up the panorama of this city. Today, Panevežys is evolving to turn out to be a famous vicinity for vacationers at the same time as preserving business history open to the public. A taking walks excursion is distinctly recommended, as you may examine extra approximately the town's business beyond from a passionate nearby. Panevežys is well known for its tradition. Juozas Miltinis Drama Theater, one of the oldest and loved theaters in Lithuania, is an extraordinary vicinity to look a local show. Panevežys is likewise recognized for its museums, dotted across the town. The Museum of Christmas Toys is simply one in every of numerous you ought to genuinely take a go-to. 6. Palanga. Palanga is Lithuania's go-to-see inn. Wildly famous with inside the summertime season, there's masses of awe and splendor to experience with inside the iciness months too. For over 100 years, Lithuanians and Europeans have flocked to the sun-kissed seashore lines of Palanga for summertime season holidays. Palanga is a lovely town, modernized these days to house vacationers. There are masses of hotels, apartments, bars, and eating places to pick from. Renowned for its electric-powered nightlife, this Lithuanian town likewise has a cultural side. The Amber Museum, for example, offers you a charming perception into amber production, recognized with inside the Usava as Lithuanian gold. This museum may be determined in Tiskavičiai Palace, an excellent vicinity that belongs to the well-known and rich Tiskavičiai-owned circle of relatives. But certainly, the image of the town is the Palanga Bridge. This pier stretches into the ocean and is one of the pleasant locations to look at the sunset. 7. Nida. Nida is an actual gem of a Lithuanian city. Its specific region at the Curonian Spit brought about it being a humble fisherman village for lots decades. Today, Nida is a totally distinctive and thrilling vicinity to go to, at the same time as staying genuine to its port roots. Its true structure defines it as a town. The streets of Nida are covered with rows of wooden framed, blue-colored homes, developing a friendly, comfy atmosphere. These homes are geared up with specific searching climate vanes. These climate vanes had been carved from wooden through fishermen, who might vicinity them on their boats. Nida's structure is ready to a really beautiful backdrop. The town is surrounded through the splendor of nature. There are sweeping seashores, pines forests, and grooved sand dunes at some stage in the place to experience. In fact, because of its jaw-losing splendor, Curonian Spit itself is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and consequently worth of any offbeat traveler's bucket list. 8. Druskininkai. The word Druskininkai means vicinity with masses of salt, because of its region alongside the river Nemunas. This wonderful little spa city is determined at the Polish border, and it's been a famous inn for over a century. Druskininkai is complete of spas and baths, and it's miles a really perfect weekend ride if you're trying to unwind and relax. But there also are masses of amusing activities if you're feeling a touch extra adventurous. The aquapark and snow arena, best for out-of-doors iciness sports activities, are of many must-see points of interest. Druskininkai is likewise surrounded through splendid nature. As mentioned, the Nemunas winds across the town, weaving via the luscious forests. In autumn, the forests are complete of humans, who continually come now no longer most effective to stroll, however, additionally to select out mushrooms and berries. Rudoparkas, an open-air museum with a large series of Soviet generation statues and propaganda materials, is likewise one of the town's must-go-to locations. 9. Trakai. Trakai is a picturesque small city positioned round 20 kilometers far from the capital Vilnius. This lovely vicinity illustrates how 15th century Lithuania looked, as again then, Trakai changed into the capital town. Today, Trakai draws sight visitors to its medieval fort with inside the center of the Galv Lake. Being near Vilnius make it best for an afternoon or weekend ride. Trakai is likewise recognized for its true food. Dishes which include kabinas, a pastry of numerous fillings, which include chicken, pork, or venison, are must-try foods. 10. Anykšciai. Anykšciai is a majestic, postcard best town with inside the northeast part of the Usava. It is a well-known city, courtesy of Lithuanian poet Antanas Baranauskas, who wrote the loved poem Anykšciai Forest. This poem is a vital piece of Lithuanian literature, and it's been translated into many overseas languages. Through the ultimate decade, Anykšciai's emergence as a visitor city has brought about masses of improvement. One of its must-see points of interest is the Medziu Laju Takas. That's a top-notch cover walkway. The cover offers you get right of entry to breathtaking perspectives of the town above the treetops. It opened in 2015, and changed into the primary walkway of its kind with inside the Baltic area. Lithuania additionally has 8 kilometers of a narrow-gauge railway line, constructed for the duration of World War I through the German Empire. This kind of railway is in vital a part of Lithuanian records and history, and you may find out about it on the Anykšciai Rail Museum. 11. Telšiai. Telšiai is the capital of Samogitia, an area inside the western part of the Usava wherein a local dialect is the primary language. This picturesque town is understood for generating these yugas, a totally famous Lithuanian tough cheese. There is a unique eating place on the Mastes Lake wherein these yugas is the famous person of the show. You can flavor it and strive it in some of dishes. The open-air museum of rural life of Samogitia, which has an exhibition of standard houses inside the area from the 19th century, is genuinely really well worth spending a while at. The city is likewise well known for its sculptures. The maximum famous sculpture is one in every of a mom bear, maintaining her cub in her arms. 12. Kedainiai. Kedainiai is a culturally wealthy and numerous Lithuanian town. Its Catholic, Lutheran, and Eastern Orthodox church buildings constitute the distinctive cultural backgrounds of the town's inhabitants. The coronary heart of Kedainiai is certainly the antique city place, with its pleasant structure and captivating cafes, shops, and markets. This town changed into as soon as essential to Lithuanian trade, as changed into for decades dominated through the Radvilos, one in every of Lithuania's maximum rich families. The Radvilos' own circle of relatives are recognized for his or her client work, and that they supported the improvement of Lithuania in lots of towns and regions. So a lot so, the 6 own circle of relatives contributors are buried in true sarcophaguses inside the middle of a lovely mausoleum, devoted to the own circle of relatives. In Kedainiai, you'll additionally quick note the Grand Minaret, a tower to commemorate the ones misplaced inside the Russian-Turkish battle that befell inside the Kedainiai area. This specific and delightful town is good for all and sundry that cannot withstand the appeal of architectural decadence and charming records.